Awam, Kwam Rasriala.
Nashiala.
All right, welcome to the Hebrew Bible Academy. All right, today we're going to be covering Psalm 28. Okay, getting the word out. Okay, laboring in this truth to wake up our people. Okay, please subscribe, watch our videos, and help us. Okay, all right, you're welcome to copy the videos. The main thing is getting the word out to wake up the hopeful elect. Okay, the men of the Most High, the Israelites, as it tells us in Revelation chapter 7. Okay, so we can get this 144,000 of each tribe. All right, of the tribes of the 12 tribes of Israel, to get them sealed. Okay, so the Most High can send His Son and deliver us out of this wicked satanic world. Okay, all right. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the lesson. To you, O Most High, our power, I call, my rock, be not deaf to me, lest if you be silent to me, I become like those who go down to the pit. And we know the pit is what we call is called hell. Okay, so David, our forefather, is saying, look, listen, help us, Most High. Hear our prayers. The Most High has turned His face from us. Why? Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what our ancestors did, and that's what we continue to do today. Okay? But the Most High remembers His covenant that He made with our forefather Abraham. Okay? And all of our forefathers. All right? You got a lot of Hebrew Israelites criticizing our forefathers. None of them were perfect. And the main ones who committed sin in His eyes were our foremothers. But it was because of our forefathers and their courage to follow the Most High. Okay? It's because of them the Most High remembers His covenant that He made with us. Okay? That He blessed Moses, to deliver us out of Egypt. Okay? And we're in another Egypt, which is Babylon, America. Okay? So it's spiritually America is spiritually Babylon, Sodom, and Egypt. All of these things rolled up into one. And we were placed here for our captivity. Okay? To serve out captivity, to serve out slavery. Okay? Slavery was never truly abolished. Okay? That's why they don't want to give reparations, because we're nothing but slaves to them. That's why the Most High, and this scripture is so prophetic, is what David, our forefather, preached for. He was given visions of what we would endure in these latter days. And we need to follow suit with what he did. And that's to pray to the Most High to deliver us from this wicked world. Khan, hear the voice of my plea for mercy when I cry to you for help, and when I lift up my hands toward your most holy sanctuary. Do not drag me off with the wicked. And who is the wicked? Job 9:24. The what?
The earth is given to the hands of the wicked.
That's right. Okay? And the wicked is called Edom. Genesis 25. Our enemies. Okay? Who lie. Okay? Whose words were smoother than butter, as it tells us in Psalms 55. Okay? They call themselves white. Okay? When they are not. They are red. Why? Because the blood shows forth through their skin. Okay? In the 70s, our forefathers called them pigs. Okay? Our Native American brothers called them forked tongue. Okay? Why? Because they hide themselves like serpents. Okay? John chapter 8, verse 44. Okay? For they are like their father, the devil. You know what? Let's go ahead and get that. All right? So let's turn to John 8, and then we'll get back to the lesson. That's right. We're going in the Spirit. The Spirit of the Most High has been moving and helping us and waking our people up. John 8:44. And this is a message to our enemies. Okay? So, Psalms 28 is a message to our people. All right? But this is the message to our enemies. You are of your father, the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. He was a murderer in the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there's no truth in him. Okay? And who is the father of the wicked? Satan. All right? blank, period. Okay? The wicked comprise of the women, okay, and Gentiles who rule this world. Okay? I've been bringing that out, okay, as well as other brothers. All right? And one of my favorite brothers is, his name is called the Destroyer of the Gentiles. But, that brother, he did a great lesson on exposing the wickedness of what women be doing. Okay? That you can't go anywhere without dealing with a woman that's in charge of every government institution, agency, and corporate business. Everywhere you go, there's a woman in charge. Okay? So right in line with what white people at the helm of everything. Okay? Psalms 83. And then you have the Gentiles, the Arabs, and the Chinese, and the Japanese, all of that. Okay? So we're surrounded by devils, as it tells us in Revelation 18. A habitation of devils. And that's why the Most High is saying, look, we need to flee from her. And the Most High is telling us how we need to do that. David is telling us how we need to do that. We need to call upon him and trust in him. Okay? There's no amount of prepping. You got these doomsday preppers. You got all this foolishness. Okay? You can't trust in material things. Why? Because material things will not last. Okay? What will last, what is eternal, is our spirit, and which is spiritual. And that's why I like the brother with IS Nation. He always says, look, be spiritual. And that's on point. Because how else are we to defeat the wiles of the devil? You see what I'm saying? Ephesians chapter 6. Okay? Prince and principalities. We had to take on the whole armor of the Most High. You see that? And Christ was bringing it out in Matthew 4 by using scriptures. That's how you cut down Satan and obeying the Most High. Cleaving to him and let him trust in him. You see? And one thing I realize in my walk in this truth is no matter how much we go through trials and tribulations, the Most High is always doing something to uplift us in our captivity and showing us that he loves us. He just wants us to turn to him, and all of our needs will be taken care of. Okay? Do not drag me off with the wicked, with the workers of evil. And I read that in Job 9:24. Who speak peace with their neighbors while evil is in their hearts. You see, David understood the nature of our enemies. All throughout the Bible, it condemns our enemies. You see that? Give to them according to their work and according to the evil of their deeds. You see that? Give to them according to the work of their hands. Render to them their due reward. That's right. I was talking with a white woman the other day. You see, you can find out a lot by talking to wicked people. Okay? Why? What Christ said, be harmless as doves, but wise as serpents. You see, not that we are serpents, but he is telling us how to deal with these serpents. You see? So I was finding out from this white bitch what is going on. And she mentioned how DC had flooding and all of that. And I was mentioning how, yes, I'm hearing about all of the unnatural disasters that are plaguing America and around the world. They're suffering, as we speak, they're suffering the plagues of Egypt. And in her mind, she's thinking that, oh, wow, this is terrible. Not understanding that all of this is because of their evil deeds and what they have done to the Lord's chosen people. Come. Verse 5, because they do not regard the works of the Most High, our power, or the work of his hands. He will tear them down and build them up no more. You see that? And that precepts 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. The white man's world is coming to an end. All their eugenics, depopulation, their chemtrails, their King Alfred plan, all of these things that they've been doing, using the medical industry to destroy us. They're still cutting out babies out of the mothers with their C-sections. All of the abominations that they did to us during slavery, experimenting on us, is what they do in these hospitals. And these bastards are still doing it today. Their vaccination program, okay? It stems from what they did with the Tuskegee experiment, all of these things. Everything they've been doing systematically has been to destroy the Lord's chosen people, and they will pay for it. And it's not hate or anything or terrorism that I'm teaching. It's thus saith the Lord. This is his words that he's letting us know through the Holy Bible, okay? It's supposed to be a Christian nation, a nation under God, okay? But that's why they're getting away from the Bible. You see that? That's why they don't like the fact that our people are waking up and claiming to our heritage. Jeremiah chapter 17. Why? Because we were cut off from it. You see, and the Most High is waking our people out. Waking up our people. So you know, and I just did a video with that this morning. So it's about waking up our people, teaching our children. Okay? We're not doing this for show. All right? I could care less about what you think. I am here as a man of God to do the will of my Father. See what I'm saying? Kwam Rashiala. All right, let's wrap it up. Blessed be the Most High our power, for he has heard the voice of my pleas for mercy. That's right, we keep calling upon him, Yasharala, which means princes of the power. Okay, we are his chosen people. Just call upon him. No matter how much he keeps whipping us with that belt, call upon him. All right? And he will wipe away our tears. But he has to spank us. All right? Jeremiah chapter 30. Everyone must go through Jacob's trouble because of the evil that our ancestors, our forefathers, and our foremothers have done. The Bible tells us how it was Solomon's wives that turned his heart to evil. Solomon was a righteous man and observed all the laws, statutes, and commandments, including polygamy. Men are supposed to have multiple wives. That's a commandment. You see that? Deuteronomy 21. Every word that came out of Moses' mouth was a commandment given by the Lord. Patriarchal. That's why in the book of Numbers, the Most High put a curse on Moses' sister for usurping authority. 1 Timothy chapter 2. It's an abomination. It's a sin. It's blasphemy for a woman to usurp authority over a man or to have any rights or leadership. You see what I'm saying? Only the men should be ruling. That's why women in authority and running things and politics and religion, all of these things, it's speeding up the downfall of Satan's kingdom. Verse 7, the Most High our power is my strength and my shield. In him, not her, in him my heart trusts, and I am helped. My heart exalts, and with my song I give thanks to the Most High our power. How do we give him thanks? By praise, worship, honoring the laws, statutes, and commandments as it tells us in the book of 1 John. You see that? John chapter 14. Matthew chapter 19 is all about his commandments, observing the laws, statutes, and commandments, repenting from our sins. Okay? Stop shaving. Everything, as it tells us in Leviticus. Stop abiding with wicked, evil people. Get away, detach from the heathen, as it tells us in Deuteronomy chapter 7. We are a holy people. Everything about this abominable nation is about getting us to break our laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why I'm glad I have my own, I'm self-employed. I have my own business. I'm running a school. I don't depend on any of these businesses. I don't work for them anymore. You know why? Because everything they do is about getting you to break the commandments. They want you to shave. They want you to work on the Sabbath. Everything they do is about keeping us in perpetual bondage. Because they know we're the children of Israel. They want us to keep sinning against the Most High. So we got to reject them and reject this wicked world. Give thanks unto him. That's how we do it, by actions. Showing him that we obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. The Most High our power is the strength of his people. He is the saving refuge of his anointed. Oh, save your people and bless your heritage. be their shepherd and carry them forever. All right? We doing good? All right? So, to conclude this message, trust in